Hey, how's it going? I'm about to show you about a 2.5-minute clip from an episode of Rotor Riot that I shot with them in Seattle, Washington. At the Free Fly headquarters out there in Seattle, we had a chance to do a single take shot with a Cinewhoop. And I'm going to show you what that final product is going to look like, and then we're going to go back and we're going to take some lessons from that clip and show you how they can apply to making the perfect Cinewhoop shot. So let's start with that. Enjoy, and we'll be right back. Just before we keep going, I wanted to interject and say that I'm releasing this like masterclass kind of video as something that's free. It's something that is an opportunity for you to learn from. Now, I've spent like the last 3 years building these skills and kind of learning and planning and thinking about how all of this can work in a professional environment, and I am super pumped to share it with you. That being said, if you think that this is good content, that it's valuable, and it's something that is going to help you in your process as a filmmaker, please consider joining this channel as a member. So I was just approved by the YouTube guidelines to have membership status, and essentially that's like you can sign up to be like a monthly person. It gets you access to like my Discord. We'll do a bunch of other kind of cool members only content and sort of stuff like that. But I just wanted to kind of jump in and say, if you find this valuable and you want to support me doing more of it and continuing to grow the opportunities for us as FPV people, I would love your support. I think we can continue to grow the hobby and the sport and the profession together, and I think that this would be a great step for us to start working down that path together. So right below, there's a little button that says member or membership or something like that. Click that. You'll see all of the different like perks and opportunities and stuff. I'm really excited to be launching this. This is the first video since I've been approved, and I'm really excited to see what that brings. So I hope that that's okay that I gave you this quick little introduction, this little ad, but we'll carry on with the rest of the video. I can't wait for you guys to see all of this stuff. It's all really, really good stuff, and we'll see you soon. I've been a professional drone pilot for about 4 years now, and that experience has taken me through many different kinds of drones, whether that's a Phantom, a Mavic, an Inspire, first-person view racing drones, giant X-Class Cine drone, and all the way down to this, the Cinewhoop. And to be honest, 90% of the work I do is with this guy. It somehow ends up being the best, most versatile tool for whatever job it is that I find myself on. I've shot reviews, commercials, social media posts for bars, and even ventured into like military marketing applications. And for whatever reason, this Cinewhoop seems to be the best tool for the job. Now, having been around so long and having been so involved in the proliferation of the Cinewhoop class, alongside masters like Robert McIntosh and others, is that I find that the drone is often kind of misused. I think that there's an opportunity here for us to kind of talk about what makes these drones special and how we can use them even better in professional cinematography. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to give you 6 reasons, kind of documenting some of, I think, the more powerful parts and things that should be avoided for this drone. And then I'm going to give you a practical example in my Rotor Riot shoot at the Free Fly headquarters in Seattle, Washington. The first and most important lesson for the Cinewhoop is to tell a story. For pilots like us, it's tempting and often part of the problem that we want to just go fly, right? We want to fly around, we want to do things that are really cool, and we want to use this tool to hit every nail, right? We're using a hammer when you might need a screwdriver. And sometimes that's okay, but for the most part, you want to make sure that everything is coming back to telling a story. At a location, you want to make sure that you're focusing on the things that are important, that are defining about that place. You want to bring your audience through an environment and show them, what it means and why you should be there, and tell all that story in a unique way. Too often do I see people just flying around aimlessly. Like, I'll see posts of like somebody at their wedding and they're just kind of doing orbits around the marriage couple, which is cool, but it doesn't, there's nothing added by flying something through there. It's all stuff that could be done with a gimbal, and the story is lacking. So an example of turning that wedding example into a story is, start at the altar of the wedding, go down the aisle, out the church doors, and then reveal the couple standing with, their whole wedding party. And that now tells the story of that progression of having just gotten married and now moving into the next steps of that page of their life. Now, I know that it's hard to kind of be thinking like that, but you want to take advantage of the tool and the power and the story. The second most important thing is to remember that this can do things that other cameras just can't, right? What I see often is that people use the drone in the same way that a gimbal could be used, right? Where people are just like walking around with, with a camera on a gimbal. By flying the camera, they're not adding anything to that shot. So when you're using the Cinewhoop, be sure to fly through things, go from high to low, change speeds very rapidly, go from one floor to another. Stuff like that really adds to the shot and is not something that can be recreated with something else. Another thing to think about is that being able to do everything in a single take is something that other cameras can't often do. If you're going to be, on one floor, go down to the next through a car door, and then, land on a serving tray or something like that, which I have done for a video, it's important to remember that these things can do stuff that those cameras can't. And if you're just doing what other cameras can do, quite honestly, better, then there's no point in flying the Cinewhoop. My third point is be smooth. We don't have to be going fast. We don't have to be doing flippy flops. We don't have to do really big sweeping motions when something that is slower and smoother and gentler can tell the story better. Now, that being said, sometimes there's a time and a place for something really fast or inverted or I can't even tell you what. But remember that the movement should always reflect the story so that the viewer responds to what you're telling them. Now, sometimes there's a time and a place for something to be aggressive and fast, but I find that most stories benefit from being told smoothly. The fourth point is that you want to maintain a consistent altitude. When you're flying, if you do motions like this, it's very disrupting from anything. And this is true for gimbals too. Like when people walk around, doing gimbal operations, you see their steps all the time and it looks really, I'm not gonna say bad, but it's amateur. You should be nice and smooth. You should keep that consistent altitude. And moving into the fifth point, use post-stabilization. Real steady go or real steady or even the warp stabilizer really helps kind of take out the harsh edges of FPV and creates a more smooth, cinematic, dreamy kind of sequence that is super hard to get without doing any kind of stabilization whatsoever. And along that line, going back to point 4, if you don't maintain altitude, the smoothing software can't take out those changes. It's really, really hard to mask minor changes in elevation. So take time to make sure that you're flying nice and smooth on the altitude axis, because it can't be taken out later. That being said, if you need to change altitudes, like from high to low or low to high, do it in a smooth, consistent motion. Make it feel like you're going to have it produced by real steady. The 6th, and maybe one of the most important things, is to plan out your shot. As pilots, we like to freestyle. Like, we like to go out and just cruise and do our own thing and not really think about how it's going to look before we get in the air. That's part of the beauty of the art of flying, and I absolutely think that there's a time and a place for that. However, with these tools, you have an opportunity to think ahead, to plan ahead, to choreograph something, to find your lines, to tell the story of a location or what's going on using the tool. And in order to do that successfully, you have to think ahead of time. Don't just take off. Spend some time looking around and understanding the environment so that you can tell a story that benefits, you know, what you're trying to shoot. So with all of those in mind, let's take a step back in time. And I was out in Seattle, Washington with Rotor Riot, and we did a single take episode at the Free Fly headquarters in their warehouse. And the clip that I'm going to play now is kind of the behind the scenes of what I was thinking about when I was planning out the shot. I walked around with Dan, the camera guy from Rotor Riot, and we pointed out, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and this is why, and this is how I'm going to do it, and this is what's happening. And then I'm going to give you the raw footage from that flight, as well as the behind the scenes of what is going on and who I'm talking to and all that stuff. And you're going to be able to see how that all comes together to make that product. So I hope that the rest of this video is enjoyable, that you can take these 6 lessons and apply it to what you're about to see here. And in the meantime, stay flying. So I think the place that I want to start is this big, giant ass Free Fly logo up here. So I'm thinking about like doing kind of like Drew was doing at the beginning of his, pull back from it and kind of reveal these awesome like artworks. And then I'm gonna pull back until I get to this line, and then I'm gonna follow the line of lights back up to the 2011. And I can literally tell the story of Free Fly just by cruising along the side of this, right? Because this goes from 2011 to 2016 and then beyond. And we can actually literally just fly past all of these things and show it off, right? Come down past this artwork and start looking in towards the warehouse. We've got some laid out electronics and all of the latest and greatest technology from Free Fly, right? It's pretty awesome. As soon as I hit this point of the table, go back up, hit this line. I'm gonna take the line all the way across. And because we're kind of following this cool looking section, we can see everything that's going on in the room, right? Pretty badass. You can see all of the workplaces, you can see drones being worked on, and I'm gonna turn and follow it all the way down this next set of lines to this back corner, this storage section. When I hit that, I'll cruise along that one that's hanging up, hit the gap. That's up there already. It's a Movi gimbal holder thing. Come back down. Think about hitting a gap like this, something just to kind of show off, like, hey, I can do this.
So
hit the gaps.
How much do you, when you're doing a Cinewhoop shoot, how much do you like unnecessarily just throw gaps in there? You know what I mean? Like, because you're just talking about gap in this, and this isn't anything special. It's a rack, but it's freaking cool to fly through.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I have open space, right? There's no storytelling that's going to happen between there and wherever the next spot is, and I haven't actually figured out what that is. So I might as well make it exciting along the way by hitting a gap, even if it's unnecessary. So what I'm thinking is I'll come down from that gap, hit this gap, just to kind of be like, you know, this is a camera system that nothing else can do that. And I'm gonna probably hook a turn over this way. Come and just at least shoot towards the shipping and receiving area, right? There's something else unique going on over here. This is a different part of the warehouse. And hang a big ol' right through the van.
Oh yeah, this is
van. You gotta hit the van.
This is worth going
Van's
through.
amazing. You know, it's just something else unique about this space. Let's go around the front, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come through the van. I'm gonna try to drop in down low through here. Get low, get, you know, kind of unique. blah, blah, blah. This is kind of probably the least exciting part. So what I might do is choreograph something in there, something that a body is doing to distract from the fact that we're just flying through open space. I'm gonna cut around in front of the badass BMW here, come around the front of our Razor with our giant black arm with a Mobi XL. This is a free fly product here with their product to rent. I'll come around it. I'll probably come in the driver's window and come out the back here. I'm gonna come up over and I'm gonna hook her right into the machine shop. Obviously we have to go into the machine shop. We got like a, you know, giant arm for doing machining and a lathe and 3D printers and all that kind of awesome stuff. I'll go back out the other door just because I can. Come back out here. And then what I think I'm gonna do is try to come out of this door and get high. I'm gonna cruise across the top of the things, come out the other side over there, there's some space, and just do a reveal of the whole space and let it kind of pull out towards the back corner over there and reveal the whole space. And that's where I would fade it to black in the video. Let's try it. Now, because I have some people here, I have casts, I have actors, I want to choreograph stuff into it. So some of the things that I'm thinking about is with the awesome equipment that we have here from FreeFly, we can create some interesting obstacles for us to fly through. So like, for example, I want to have somebody grab something like this, which is a Mobi XL, which is ridiculously heavy, and hold it and start moving through the frame, and I'll fly through it as they're kind of going through to choreograph those kind of movements. So in spaces where I have dead air, like over here, back where they're standing, I'm gonna have that movement happening and kind of choreograph all those things in. So let's see what we can come up with.
Do you think that you actually just choreograph something that's like within one battery? That sounds like a lot.
That's a battery.
One battery?
That's like a minute and a half.
Okay. That's it? Okay. All right, so assign jobs if you have choreography.
Scooter. I want to ride the scooter.
Okay, so scooter.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so I'm gonna go down.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit that circle.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna come back along these machines hanging up.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you about this part. I'm gonna come around this last one. I'm gonna follow you down to the end of this hall. I want you to keep.
So when should she start riding?
As you come back around.
So as soon as I'm coming around this Alta X prototype, question mark,
this is okay.
you just take off.
But where should she be? Because you don't want to see her.
Yeah, I want you to be here.
But
no, it's okay. She can be wherever. You can be hanging out.
Put me where you want me, director.
But so come into. So actually.
But like, why not?
So hide.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Hide her.
Hide in that room until I come past
You
here.
want to hide me away.
You can just scream, Zoe, go, because there's no audio and the GoPro.
So I'm gonna scream Zoe 1, and you're gonna come through here, and you're gonna come, and I'm gonna come across here, and then you're gonna come out here, because I'm gonna be going up that way.
Just tell her when you say Zoe, go, what should she do?
Get in position.
Just tell her what to do.
This is position.
So you want me over there?
Yeah, so you're gonna go from there to here, and you're not gonna be on camera. And then Zoe, go again. You're gonna zip down to the other end. Straight to.
Go on this side of the Alta.
Sure.
Okay.
Straight to the restroom. Yeah. Okay.
So Zoe
You're good.
1, whoop, Zoe 2.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm trying to find something for everybody.
Oh, we're all getting jobs.
Okay. Is there a Movi that I could fly through?
Yes.
Where there's not a ton of stuff like in the way of it.
So you might be able to go through those gimbals hanging up there. Those are really small. This big XL on the table over here.
Can you carry it?
Or you could go through this.
Oh, I want somebody to hold it.
Oh.
I want somebody to be holding it.
Just a ring or a Mobi?
I guess like we could just do a ring.
Yeah. We
And just you could just kind of like casually.
You need 2 people to hold it, because how is one person going to hold it and you fly through it?
Oh, we can. There's a ring over here.
Yeah, let's go to the ring. See the ring?
Well, I mean, like what Drew was just saying, we can have one person on each side of that and carry the big thing, right?
I don't know if I can get through it though. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. So could somebody carry this for me?
Yeah, I'll carry this.
I got it.
Okay.
What do you need?
So I want you to sit here
Okay.
with this.
Got it.
And when I come for the van, I'm not gonna scream your
You
name
gotta
because
string these together. There's one right there too. You can go through that.
ooh, maybe. Well, so here's the thing. So when I start heading for the van, I want you to stand up and come walking across this space with this out in front of you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go through it as I'm going through. So you gotta help me time it. You can look straight at the camera, I don't care. So that's to be your job. All right. Zoe's got a job. J-Bar's got a job. What do you want to do? You think about that. 'Cause you can do something special.
Sure.
Would you fly it in here?
Wait, what if, dude? He should open one up. Like one of the coolest things
Is how
about the
it-
free
that's what I was
flies
thinking
is
is-
how they open and close.
Yeah.
So you should be positioned somewhere.
How about this? Could you open it when I come past you one time and then have it in the air the next time I come past you again?
Yeah. So, dude, you should pick a point and like come to him and orbit him as he opens it up.
If we
do like-
that, this should be flying in a place where no one else is doing
Yeah,
anything.
that's fine. So,
Wait, you're not talking about flying?
yeah.
What? Yes. You're gonna fly Alta in here?
If he says he's willing to fly it, we'll fly it.
You're gonna fly it
That is gonna
inside?
be amazing.
Are you sure, dude? He's
I think over there.
professional.
You can do it.
What?
So what if we just move the ping pong table over a little bit and put it right here? Okay.
Sorry. I just let it down. It'll shift.
Is that normal? Is that normal for a ping?
How complicated are we willing to make this? Like, are we willing to spend like?
It's late. No, we should.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
keep it.
Then no ping
You
pong.
got 3 tries.
Okay. Well, maybe ping pong. We'll see. Okay. So I'm gonna pull back all the way and come to the line, and then he's gonna be here, and I'm gonna come down, and he's gonna open it while I'm kind of orbiting him, so you can kind of see it go. Whoop, and then I'm gonna go back up and start the 2011 and go there.
Okay.
And then in that, then you have until I come back for that thing to have it in the air. Cool. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you catch when I want you to open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is enough space?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I was just gonna hover it up.
Oh my
Why
God.
not?
I'm just freaking
Drew.
out.
Why are you
Okay.
freaking out?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't have to. If you don't want, I can just hold it.
No, I mean, it's your thing, man. I'm just.
Dude, you have to realize they fly Altas indoors professionally all the time.
I mean, if he's
Where
comfortable
will
with
your
it,
body?
I just.
Wherever you want me.
Right next to the BMW.
So I'm coming around the BMW. So if you were like here and kind of, or if you just stayed on it, I'll just see you, and then I'll see the drone, and then I'll come around and go through the. Okay. Does that work? Yeah. Okay. Love it. I'm pumped. Okay. Okay, so we still have Drew and Jamie. Jamie, how do you feel about just being in the Razor, just like a badass? Just like kind of like hanging over the steering wheel, like, what's up, motherfucker?
Can I just? I'll hang out on top of it. No, we did that earlier.
Is it okay if she's in the Razor while you're flying this here?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I have no worries about that.
Drew.
I would be more worried about that camera than my body. Do you have any special skills, talents that we don't know about, or maybe that we do that we're not thinking of right now?
Not really. No. I
You can't do any break dancing or.
Doing a wheelie on a bicycle.
Oh yeah, you want to just
call
be
things
like
out.
behind the drone with the camera and get like the.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
That's perfect.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
How do we feel?
I'm good. I'm gonna go and chill.
I got this! I got this!
Turn off this guy.
I think Daniel's got the
Where is this
riskiest job.
Yeah, I do. What?
All right, Joe.
This is gonna be awesome. Like, we all have our job. I know what I'm gonna be doing. I know what Nurk's gonna be doing. And I honestly think this is gonna be one of the best Cinewhoop shots that was ever been filmed. Goddamn words. Don't film me right now.
Boy, y'all got pizza.
The van key is over on the table somewhere. I remember seeing it. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Are we gonna fly that thing?
All right, everybody good? Joshua's faffing about. Joshua! Yeah, it worked. Zoe, go ahead and position 1. Not yet. Zoe, go.
There's some middle to take, right?
Yeah, we got a little bit left. Everybody go cheer! Woo! Like, get in frame. Never mind. Whatever. Nope. Catch it! Catch it! Catch it!
Did you get it in one?
First try!
First try! Yeah.
Nice work.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Boom!
That was insane.
Just carry that energy.
Did I go over
Let's
top
carry
of
that
it?
energy into the closing.
All right, wrap it up.
Let's carry that energy into the
All right,
closing.
ladies and gentlemen, that is how you use a Cinewhoop to do a single take video. Each of these guys nailed their own shots in their own ways. They incorporated the kinds of elements that we want to see from this type of drone, and we made some awesome content showcasing the beautiful space that FreeFly has provided us. Thank you very much for coming out. Like and subscribe, Rotor Riot, RC Test Flight, Nerk FPV, Lane Drill, everybody. Thanks for staying and stay flying.
Woo! Okay, let's do another take.